Alright, second video of the day, and it's only 8:13. Yes. I am going to start, I know I said I was going to start a blog and it was going to be Diary of the Understudies or Diary of a Chorus Girl kind of thing, and Nicole and I were going to do it, we were going to document our life, and actually a lot of really interesting things have happened, so probably, I'm going to angle this a little bit, it probably would still be a good idea because it's just a lot of interesting things have happened. However, fuck that idea right now. That is not my concern. My concern is this. At the end of my last video, I was talking about how there's so much negativity in the world. And fuck yes, there is. Alright? And there's a lot of negativity in my life. There's a lot of negativity in everyone's lives. Whatever. I'm going to start a second blog. It'll probably all be video blogs unless I don't have time to do it for the day, and then I'll, make a text post. But for Lent, I said I was going to choose to focus on the positive because it's supposed to have a positive impact, right? So I'm going to make a blog about it. And I'm going to blog several times every day because I love making videos because I like talking more than I like writing things down. And I want this word to get out. I want people, fuck if I get hits on my blog, I don't care. But I would like to leave a positive impact if I'm going to do anything. So I'm gonna make a positivity blog, and I'm sure there's tons out there, but it's gonna make me feel better too about myself because there's so much negativity. And last night, and we'll start with last night, a perfect example of why things like this need to exist. I became my boyfriend, and we'll talk about that on this blog or whatever. My boyfriend is meeting my parents this weekend, and I am flipping out about it. Because my family is very negative, and that's just how we are, and it's really sad, but it's true. And they grab hold of the negative things and hang on to them like they were dying. And this guy has a lot of shit that's happened in his life. There's a lot of shit that's happened in my life. But I just feel like they're going to grab onto that and bring it out and force him to deal with it. I guess I should do it over here. I don't really care. Anyway. And it's just going to be a horrible experience, and I don't want to put him through that. He can hold his own. I have complete faith in the fact he's excited to meet my parents because he's like, we're going to get along, it's going to be fine. But I'm just very stressed out about it because my parents could say, no, you can't see him anymore. And I came to terms with the fact that I'm fucking in love with this guy. I really am. And it may get so bad because it's going to be, no, you can't see him anymore, or you can get out. Is what my parents have told me, is that if we tell you that you can't see him, you need to respect our wishes because we're looking out for you. And I know that sounds very childish to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to leave. I don't know where I would go if I were to be kicked out because I want to continue seeing him, because to be completely honest, it would be extremely painful to not see him anymore. I flip out when I don't see him. I care very much about him. And I don't know how I could handle not being able to. Excuse me. I don't think it'll come to that, to be completely honest. But I was very stressed out about that situation. And we hadn't worked out times or anything, and we have rehearsal, and I hadn't talked to him, and he's got a lot going on, and he was supposed to be leaving for Ireland the next day, so I was like, okay. And my mom was like, well, I don't want him over for dinner, I don't want to spend my whole night with this guy. And my dad was like, no, let's get to know him and everything. And my mom was very much like, no, I just want to give you 20 questions, get you out of my house. And my dad was like, oh no, I want to get to know you, and who you are and everything, and I want you to know who I am and where I stand. Which is how I wish my mom was behaving. But it's fine, because my mom immediately has already decided she doesn't like him, and he's going to just blow her away and charm her, and it's going to be fine. But I was stressed out, and I wanted to cry, because the situation got so out of hand. It was so stressful, and I know how my mom feels now when my grandma comes around. And it's just, you walk into the room and there's this stress that you can't even place. It's just, you could cut it with a spoon. And it's a terrible environment. And there's just so much negativity. And there's no positive. I mean, even something like a compliment. My mom's been working out, and she's been trying to lose weight and everything. And she's on this special, no-carb diet or whatever. because, you know, the doctor says that's what she needs to do because she can't lose weight in a normal way because of several health situations she has. And so my grandma even sits there and takes the fact she's losing lots of weight and goes, have you lost lots of weight? And makes it sound very negative for some reason. My mom is a beautiful person. My mom is by no means the smallest person in the world, but my mom is gorgeous. And so, first of all, my grandma says it in a way that is completely negative. Like, oh, I think you're losing weight. You look great, Tina. Which then makes her feel shit about how she looked before. And then my mom says, no, actually, I think I'm either stayed the same or I've gained some pounds. And I'm like, just take the compliment. You look great. Please, please, stop feeling like shit about yourself. And so, that I know how my mom feels now. Is that she just walks into a room and you just feel this negative energy and you're just like, fuck, I can't do anything. I couldn't even talk to her yesterday about him coming over on Saturday. Because I was trying to dance around the situation because I didn't know how she was going to react. I was like, hey, can I talk to you? Yeah, sure. And I'm just really tense and freaking out and I'm turning into my mother, who is turning into my grandmother. And I can't handle it. And I'm just like, so Saturday. What about Saturday? Do you still want to meet Chris? What do you want to do about that? And I'm just very nervous, and I'm because I don't want her to be like, well, I don't give a shit, and this, that, and third. I'm like, because he's excited, he's excited to meet you. And I talked to Dad today about it, and he said you guys had plans, so I wanted to know. And I started stuttering and doing this shit that my mom does, and it drives me nuts when she does this. But I get why she does, because she doesn't know what the fuck to do. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, and we're trying to dance around the situation, because I don't know what time rehearsal's going to be over. I was like, you said you don't want him over for dinner, and I just want to make sure that you just kind of don't kick him out. And they're like, I just don't like you. I mean, Dad wants to kind of get to know him. And she said, well, your father wants him over for dinner. I was like, yeah, but if you don't, I want everyone to be comfortable. And I could tell she was getting peeved at me. And I was like, listen, because she thinks when I talk like that I'm being condescending. And I was like, I get the feeling that you're getting upset and I'm pissing you off. And I don't know if this is what you mean by me sounding condescending. She's like, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, I don't mean to. And I wanted to cry because I didn't know how to handle the situation. I want to cry right now. I didn't know how to handle the situation. And I went in my room, and my face just got really red because I'm tearing up. I went in my room, and I couldn't talk to Chris. I talked to Chris for a little bit because I asked him if I could talk to him. And he called me, and he's upset because he's not going to Ireland anymore, so I had to suck it up. And he's like, yeah, but you wanted to talk? And I was like, yeah, I wanted to know what was going on with Saturday. And he was like, well, we have rehearsal Saturday. I was like, yeah, I know. And he's like, listen, I'm still game to meet your parents, but I also have work and we have rehearsal, so let me go to work. Let me find out what's going on. And then I'll get back to you, but I need to make some phone calls. And he was just, and he's like, I'm really upset right now and it has nothing to do with you. And I get that, but it's just, I wanted to cry so badly because I just wanted to talk to him and have him make me feel better, which is ridiculous. And I still haven't talked to him, and I wanted him to come over today, so I just need a hug, and because I'm just really nervous about the situation, and I really like him, and I had that moment of doubt of, fuck, he's not interested in doing this anymore. He's realized what a mental case I am. And that's all stemmed from negativity that I have been raised with, and that surrounds me on a daily basis. So the goal of this blog is to never be negative, or to look at negative situations and talk about them and make them positive and make yourself feel better is my goal. There needs to be positivity in the world. Okay, so we're always going to have rainbows and butterflies and sunshine out the ass, but I want this blog, the second blog I'm going to start, to be there, I don't know, like people can chat and have their input and be like, listen, this was the bad day I'm having or whatever, but I found something positive out of it or something. I just want there to be positivity in the world, and that's my goal because there's not enough. There's not enough in my life, and if there's enough in yours, can you share it with us? So it's turned into more of a rant about my horrible evening, but I'm starting a second blog. It's going to be a positivity blog. I need to think of a name for it, and if you're interested in following it or being a part of it or anything, let me know. The more the merrier. I want the positivity to get out. It's infectious, and we need to spread it amongst the world.